Here's a quote on Muhammad Ali that his trainer said. Listen to this. There's a kid who just came down here named Cassius Clay. If you bet on him every time he fights, you'll be a rich man because he won't lose a single fight. I believe his thing is sexual control. And he's got it. Any kid who can control his sexual urge can win the title. I believe it. When I first read that quote, it gave me goosebumps. If you talk to most yogis, they will say that the sexual energy is meant to power up the spine and not down to the privates. This simply means that your semen, which is your sex power, is meant to be distributed throughout your body. Use it as power to supercharge every activity you put your hand on. But here's where things get interesting. Like in any case, there is a limit on what you can do before you cross the line, and your body resorts to a wet dream. I would once in a while go for a considerable length of time without having a wet dream. It was something we prefer not to encounter, feeling that we bombed somehow or another, yet the body has to do what it needs to do. But remember, wet dream is nowhere close to the damage you do to yourself by deliberately masturbating. Whenever an individual has an unintentional wet dream, they don't lose the valuable liquid. They only lose the overflowing semen that was in abundance. And remember, it's natural. You don't need to be scared or worried about losing semen via wet dreams. And no, you don't lose the benefits either. Think of it like a pressure cooker under tension. It's natural for the heat built up inside to be let out. The first thing you should do to stay consistent with your nofap commitment is to keep your mind focused. Especially, stay in control of where your thoughts and mind are wandering off to. Those times when your brain floats to sexual images, snap yourself out of it and quickly bring yourself back. This might sound harsh to some men, but just slap yourself. That's right. Whenever you feel your thoughts drifting off in the wrong direction, slap yourself to snap out of it. Only by developing higher concentration and strong mind will you stop your sexual energy from taking control of you. It's discipline that you need here. It's almost as if you need to keep this energy locked up in your upper body, where it can then be sent all through the body like a supercharging energy wave. This supercharge is what the nofap community calls benefits. Why? Because having this sexual energy distributed throughout your body will give you a natural youthful appearance and a spark that shows just how full of life you are. Think about it. Semen gives life. Right? It produces baby, to put it simply. So if you store up this life energy, what happens? Well, obviously, you will be full of life. Most men I talk to bring up this issue that it's so much more harder now to retain your seed than it was back in the day. There is much more arousing excitement readily available with a simple click of a button. You can easily access pornography, and that's not even all of it. This arousing material is now everywhere. For example, if you go to the gym, even there you can't escape the thirst traps from women. And let's not even talk about Instagram. Some exposed ladies on magazine covers, advertisements and banners wherever you look. And it's very true that now more than ever, it has become harder to control your urge. Because remember, sex sells, and they are making sure that we remember it wherever we go. Almost as if they want to destroy masculinity altogether. It would be not difficult to simply surrender to all the excitement. However, at that point we would lose all the benefits that abstinence can bring to us. Think of athletes. Go back to the quote I shared with you at the start of this video about Muhammad Ali. All successful athletes will avoid sex before a significant occasion to guarantee they are at their highest testosterone levels. Beside high testosterone levels, retaining your seed makes your mind sharper, which will give you more mental clearness and sharp concentration. Firstly, what is this vital life liquid we keep on talking about? The shine and glow of a strong body comes from this fundamental energy, which is semen. Even doctors admit that semen is a strong energy force that is very important for supporting powerful creatures. In Vedanta philosophy, semen is the vital life force that keeps living things going. It is thought to be a living thing's active principle. The main idea in yoga is that vital energy moves through small, subtle channels. Besides blood, it can also be found in semen and men and vaginal fluid. The vital fluid doesn't just stay in the reproductive organs. It spreads through the body and gives your skin this special type of radiance that people also call the bodily aura. You can think of this as the secret of looking and feeling healthy. The secret to good health is to keep this vital force alive and well. Men that waste their seed energy cannot grow in any of these areas, including physicality, mental, moral, or spiritual health. The downside of celibacy is that when you don't have sex, your genitals can't be stimulated, which can hurt your prostate. A healthy man's body will keep making semen every day. It needs to be used or flushed out of his body regularly. Blood flow helps the prostate. But if we don't have sex, masturbation, or do some sort of exercises for the urethra, the gland will be in trouble. The hard truth is that the prostate gland needs regular muscle contraction or stimulation to keep the blood flowing through it cleanly. Otherwise, in worst cases, it can get cancer. In other words, whether it is cleaned by intercourse, masturbation, massage, or yogic exercise, it is good for your health. You can't forget about your prostate, just like you can't forget about cardiovascular exercise for your heart. If you artificially avoid sex while cultivating sexual thoughts, the sexual energy builds up so much that it needs to be released, and if it isn't, it can cause prostate cancer if held in for long periods of time. This is because men and humans in general are made to reproduce. We are designed in such a way to continue survival of our species. This is why sex is encouraged in our body design. But misusing it by masturbating can do you more harm than good. But here's the good news. There's a very simple way around the prostate problem we just talked about. Simply keep your body in the best shape possible, and everything else will get better when you use it the way you should. This will make sure that your blood is flowing the way it should and stops prostate cancer from building up in short term. Moving your body can also help you move your sex energy up and keep it in the upper body. You would have oftentimes heard people say, "Think with your brain, not your dick." But remember, simply exercising and keeping your sex energy up will not be enough. Your diet will play a big role as well. You may have noticed that when you eat junk food, your urge becomes stronger. A strong and clean sex energy comes from eating pure and healthy foods. It is the sole reason for vitality, strength, clean health, long life, immunity, mental well-being, and long life. This will help repair and protect your body. Some men have reported that doing headstands for a few minutes regularly has helped their mind become more clearer from sexual thoughts. According to yogi science, headstands are one of the best exercises for men. The inversion draws sex energy up your spine and helps blood flow through the body, which relieves your body of stress. It can help move the sexual energy to the brain, which will help you stay focused. In addition to having a sharp mind, all body actions must be pure for them to work out. To keep your vow of celibacy, you need to follow a diet that is both relaxing for your mind and healthy for your body. Clean eating and positive thoughts are important for men who plan on going through with celibacy. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.